Well, hello and welcome everybody to the New Health Conversation podcast. And as I always do, I want to address the censors who monitor the content within the community guidelines. Over the last few months, we've had several instances where you censors have limited, slowed down, or even blocked our podcast because of 3 or 4 huge misunderstandings that I want to clear up immediately. Number one, you'd said this was some form of disordered eating. Let's deal with that right away. This is a registered trademark with the U.S. Patent Office. Therefore, it's 100% safe. The Patent Office does not hand out registered trademarks to things that are unhealthy for human beings, be it they be disordered eating. The other thing to prove it's not disordered eating, this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world, so it's been vetted at the highest level. It's the most intense medical research that's ever been done in history on weight loss. It's published in not 1, 2, or 3 journals, but in 10 journals. So it's been scrutinized, it's been analyzed, it's been the most highly scrutinized medical research ever done for diets. So it's completely safe. It is not disordered eating. So let's get that off the table. There's no such thing to this. Now, also that you had said you were concerned about body dysphoria or body image for people. Again, this is a detox. It is not a diet. And when we're talking to people about their body and their body composition, it has nothing to do with vanity, has nothing to do with imaging. It's simply the fact that we're living in such a toxic world now as we drink and breathe and eat these chemicals that are everywhere in our environment. As they enter our body, the body takes the chemical and stuffs it inside our visceral fat. The visceral fat's the fat on the organ, and those fat cells expand. There's no such thing as getting fatter. We would never say that. It's not true. People have the same number of fat cells at puberty they have when they die, and fat cells expand or contract. It has nothing to do with body dysphoria. It has nothing to do with body image. It's a medical consequence that we're explaining to people that bloating they're experiencing is not because they got fatter. It's because the very fat cells are housing chemicals. So everyone should be able to detox. This is a detox. It's proven in blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis that this is removing chemicals from the body, and that's why people shrank. Number 3, you had said that at times you thought we were referring people away from TikTok to buy products. There are no products to buy. There have never been products to buy. We don't have any products, nor do we ever plan on selling products. The only thing on our website is the medical proof, and if people want, they get a grocery list they take to their own grocery store. Last but not least, you said there were concerns about original material or copyrighted material. Again, the researchers who did this, we did a big interview with them on the website, and they wanted us to take their medical studies and put them on our website, so they're available to the general public. They're in the public domain. So everything we're doing is above board. We make no claims. We don't have to make any claims. We have medical proof to back everything up. So again, I hope that'll prevent you ever again from having to disrupt our podcast. Also, we did a search on Grok and on ChatGPT. Just ask them, is there anybody on TikTok or on YouTube with any peer-reviewed studies? And they came back and said, the major weight loss and health influencers have no peer-reviewed human trial studies to back up their claims on TikTok or YouTube. It's all about opinions, anecdotal evidence. Top influencers, despite massive followings, are giving advice beyond a borrowed interpretation of existing science, personal anecdotes, self-experiments, and hyper-driven claims with no peer-reviewed human trial studies to back it up. So we're the only ones, other than the drug companies. The drug companies do have peer-reviewed human trial studies that they've published on in the public domain. We have the other ones. So again, you really have a choice now moving forward, and that is, do you want to continue to support people who just give opinions, or do you want to support people that actually have medical proof? So all we're saying is, we're the most compliant. You should have no reason to ever interfere in our live podcasts ever again. Well, hello, everybody. Hello, Tammy. Tammy Hits. Hello, 3 girls. Hello, Beckus. Hello, user 962, Grace. How about Pony S1? Already, I got 493 likes, and I've only been on for 4 minutes. Holy smokes. What did I do to deserve that? I don't even know. That's wonderful. Thank you all very much. S1, I got Carmen Briscoe. I got Doo Brown. I got lots and lots of people coming on here. Okay, so let's get right into it. Stop dieting. She's safe to lose 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox, a new way of eating, no pills or products. She gained 6 to 9% lean muscle with no exercise, and she's kept it off for 9 years. Now, this a couple parts here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to explain to you why it's a detox, why it's not a diet, and I want to tell you right up front, there are no products to buy. There are no pills, lotions, potions. This is based on food and a totally new way of eating. Now, the other thing that I'll do for any of you as we go forward, if you'd like, I'll give you a free weight loss evaluation, as it says there. I just need to know if you're male or female, how tall you are, and your current weight, and I'll blow your mind at how much weight you can lose in just the first 4 days, let alone in a week or a month, etc., depending on how much weight you actually need to lose. So Anna, Prayer Paradise, Loma, Stella, Antonio, Betty, DeB. So again, all of you, thank you all for joining us. Keep those taps coming on the screen. We're already at almost 900, and we've only been on for less than 6 minutes. So let's first talk about, okay, here's some more. I said, hi, Starlight Zen Space. I'm saying hello to you. Hello, how are you today? So let's just talk about how why this works, okay? Well, first of all, you can see there she lost 60 pounds in 90 days, no dieting, no calorie counting, and was not allowed to exercise, and yet she gained 9% lean muscle and has kept it off for 9 years. So the researchers who invented this, not me, have been voted the top weight loss nutrition physiologists in the entire world. They were paid for 40 years to analyze diets, and in 40 years, they never found a diet where people lost weight and kept it off. And 2/3 of everybody on every diet they studied gained more weight than they lost. And 25 to 40% of what everybody lost on every diet was lean muscle mass. That's why you all have gained all the weight back. I don't care what diet you're on, 25 to 40% of the actual pounds you're losing are not fat. It's your lean muscle mass, which slows down your metabolism. You slow down your metabolism, you gain all the weight back. It's really that simple. So these researchers said there have to be people somewhere in the world where they're not overweight. And so they found other researchers who had gone to regions in the world for more than 20 years and were working with people, nobody was overweight. And the secret is so simple. Those people simply had access to food that none of us do, with really high levels of nutrition and small amounts of food. So no calorie counting, obviously no fast food, all right? So the researchers got together with the researchers who had brought these foods for years back, but no one had ever made the connection to put this into a weight loss protocol until these researchers, the ones who created this. By the way, they have no products. They don't have a company. It's all based on medical science. So 30% of the food you would actually eat on this, you'd get a grocery list, you'd take it to the grocery store, and in that grocery list, Starlight, I promise I'll do you in just a moment. Okay, but I want to explain to you first how this works and why when I give you the numbers, it's going to blow your mind at how much weight you can lose. Okay, everybody, stay with me. So the researchers put together a grocery list, Starlight and everybody else, that you literally would take to the grocery store, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables, based on serving sizes, not based on calories, nothing to do with calories. The other 70% of the food you would actually buy doesn't come from us. You get from these other researchers, and these foods come from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, and New Zealand, and represent Starlight and everybody else. Huge amounts of nutrition in small amounts of food that the researchers call the world's most perfect foods from a nutritional standpoint. You got it? Now let's talk about what she actually physically did. 5 days a week, she had 4 meals a day. She started with the world's most perfect food for breakfast, lunch from the grocery store, and dinner from the grocery store list, and a 4th meal after dinner. Now, I have to ask all of you a question, including you, Starlight, if people put it in the chart. Do you believe, whether it's Geraldine or Paula Lynn or Susanna or Martha or Helma or Glucargo, do you believe we're living in a toxic world? Do you believe that you're toxic, all of you? If you don't, you're on the wrong podcast, because the main thing we're fighting here is the fact that our bodies, to protect us from the chemicals in our world that we're drinking, we're breathing, we're eating, as they enter your body, the body takes that chemical and stuffs it inside your fat cells. So the bloating most of you complain to us about has nothing to do with gaining fat. That's a lie. You have the same number of fat cells at puberty you have when you die, and your fat cells expand or contract. That's it. So 5 days a week, you're having 4 meals a day. 2 days a week, here comes the detox. No food from the grocery store, only these world's most perfect foods around the world. This time, she ate 8 times a day. She was eating every hour and a half for 2 hours. What? Yes. The diabetics in this know what insulin spikes. People who weighed 400 pounds weren't hungry. But let me explain to you the detox. See, last night when we all went to sleep, as long as we didn't eat too late, Your body all but stopped digestion, which it has to do in order to turn on a natural detox mechanism called autophagy when your body gets rid of the dead cells, okay? But that's not powerful enough to pull these chemicals out of, remember, the body is embedding them in these fat cells. So what they did here, by letting her eat 8 times a day, these foods, she got really small amounts of food, but huge amounts of nutrition, slowing down her digestive tract and turning on this detox mechanism. And then they proved it. They did blood, they did stool, they did urine, they did fat analysis, and proved that this was removing chemicals from the body. And that's why she lost the weight, and that's why she shrank. So that's how the detox works. Now you do this until you lose your weight. So 5 days a week, 4 meals a day, 2 days a week, eight meals a day. 30% of your food from your grocery store and 70% from the money you have left over buys these foods around the world. Most people feel they spend maybe $25 or $30 more per week than they did last month for a total month, okay? Maintenance, simple. Every morning, the world's most perfect foods, which I had this morning. I had lunch, I'm gonna have dinner, and then every 2 months, I do another 48-hour detox. Does everybody understand that now? I went through it for everybody, and I'll do it again in just a few minutes. But first, I want to help out Starlight over here. So you're 5'7", you're pretty tall, 265. A great weight for you would be no more gain 40, 50 pounds. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's turn things around for you. So at 5'7", a great weight for you would be about 140. That's 125 pounds. Get ready. Starlight, the first 4 days, you're going to lose probably 10 to 12 pounds in 4 days. The first month, Starlight, probably 30 pounds. So 235 after 1 month. It might slow a little bit the second month. From 235, you should be 210. The third month, 210, probably about 210. Let's see, 10 plus 5. You're going to probably be right around 190. The fourth month, you should be about 170. The fifth month, 150. So about 5.5 months, you're going to be 140. So Starlight, put in the chat, how excited would you be about those numbers? And Starlight, here's where you go. I'm going to type it for you. You go to the New Health Conversation, and we will not contact you if you go there. The only thing at that website is the medical proof, but you can scroll down and you can get a free consultation. I'm typing it. Why isn't it coming up? Hold on. Hold on here, I gotta make it post for you. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna post it. The new. Keep those taps coming. Let's get those likes going, everybody, okay? Well, it's better than so great. It's gonna change the rest of your life. There you go. I put it in several times. See it, the New Health Conversation. That's the website, Starlight, you go to. And if you go there, let me be clear to everybody. If you go to the New Health Conversation, Grace, you go to this website, the New Health Conversation. And when you go there, Grace, there's nothing to buy. Only thing there is the medical proof. Scroll down. Same thing with you, Starlight. And at the very bottom, it'll say free personal consultation. Fill that out. And you'll get called. You're going to get a live coach free. You're going to get a consultation free. How much is the consultation, everybody? $0. How much is the coaching? $0. See, we all got coached. And you have to understand all of it. The New Health Conversation is not a company. There's nothing to buy from us. But we're going to coach you for free if you decide you want to do it. We all got coached, and people are volunteering like crazy. They're going on this, having life-changing experiences, and then coming back to us and say, look, I'd like to help somebody else. The thing that's so amazing about this is that it actually is a movement. It's a movement. I can't explain it. I started it 23 years ago, never expecting what happened. We've helped 800,000 people in 23 years. And we've only been on TikTok for like a little bit over a year, and we're really starting to grow a big audience thanks to people like yourselves. And again, I'm just so flattered. We're at 3,600 likes already, and it's only been 14 minutes. Just keep tapping on the screen if you like it. This is life-changing for all of you. Listen, it's not a diet. Read the headline. Stop dieting. She saved 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural detox, a new way of eating. There are no pills or products. She gained 6% muscle, no exercise, and she's kept it off for 9 years. Not that they're against exercise. Don't hear that. The reason they eliminated exercise, otherwise you say, oh, well, they lost weight because it was diet and exercise. No, it wasn't. Of course, Starlight, of course, my husband needs too. To do it together is even more effective. But keep in mind that your coach will coach both of you. We have all kinds of couples doing it because, again, you both want to be as healthy as possible. You're young. You're young. Come on, let's turn your life around now. Don't wait. What do you want to wait till next year, next week, next spring? No, I think you want to do it now. So you'll both get coached for free. Isn't that cool? Just tell me you're excited, Starlight. I see you saying awesome. But do you understand what this could mean for you and your husband moving forward with your lives? Everybody, the reason to do this is not moonshines. Oh, algorithms, more votes. Okay. I need this, Loma Stella saying, oh, I did. How do I start the program? I gave you the website. Here it is again. So Grace, do you see the website at the bottom, The New Health Conversation? Give me a yes if you see that. Do you see it? The New Health Conversation. That's where you go. You get a free consultation and a free coach. You got it? And let's keep those taps coming, everybody. We're at 4,200 likes. I know we can get to 5,000 here in the next couple minutes. Good, Starlight. And Starlight, keep in mind, but I want you to understand, all of you, if you go to the website, we will not contact you. You get to contact us. Why have we done that? Because we want you to have the medical proof, to see the medical proof. We shouldn't have to convince you. You look at that medical proof, you can't go fast enough to get a free coach. Isn't it exciting? I'm looking forward to it. Great, Starlight. Great. And invite your husband to go to the website also. Everything you want to see is on that website. The New Health Conversation, right there at the very top. There's no products, but you get to get a free coach once you've seen the medical proof on the website, okay? Loma Stella, you see it also? Cool. Now, Grace or Loma Stella, if you'll tell me, I want to help you out, Grace. If you'll tell me how tall you are and your current weight, I will blow your mind at how much weight you can lose, how fast. The same thing with you, Loma Stella. Now, did both of you hear me walking through how this works? Give me a yes or no. Yes? You saw it or you didn't? Because I walked through the whole process. I'm more than happy to do it again. Okay, I'm 5'7", I'm 231. All right, get ready. At 5'7", you want to be no more than 140. That's going to be, 140 is going to be 91 pounds, okay? Yeah, 13. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So first of all, Grace, in the first 4 days, you should lose 8 or 10 pounds. The first month, Grace, you're probably going to lose close to, let's go with a low number. Let's go with 25 pounds. So 206 after 1 month. Another 25 pounds is going to get you down to 181 after 2 months. After 3 months, 181. You should drop down a little bit less, 181, about 161. The fourth month, you're going to be 140. Tell me, Grace, how excited you'd be about that, right? Loma Stella. Now, Loma Stella, let me stop right there. Are you in one of these countries, Loma Stella? Are you in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, New Zealand, Australia, or anywhere in the EU? If you're anywhere else in the world, it's not available. It's not available in the Caribbean. It's not available in South America. It's not available in Africa. Not available in Southeast Asia. Are you in one of those countries? Please tell me what country you're in, because I don't want to get you all excited and then you can't get the products. Because 70% of what you're going to buy, not from us, comes from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand. And these researchers don't, oh, you're in Canada, Starlight, you're great. No problem. It's absolutely available in Canada. So Loma Stella, I'm sorry. It's not available in Africa. That's what I was afraid of. When I see kilos and centimeters, then I know probably they're not from some area where we could ship you. I apologize. I have nothing to do with it, Loma Stella. They don't ship to those areas. I'm terribly sorry. Starlight, you're totally good. Who else would like to know? And Grace, you're cool on where to go, right? Grace, here's the website. This is where you get the free coaches and you get the free counseling. And they're going to be there the whole time for you, Grace. They're going to follow you the whole time through. Free. How much is the coaching? $0. How much is the consultation? $0. Grace, are you excited about those numbers, about what it can do for you? Are you excited, Grace? Tell me. Put it in the chat. I'm hoping you're very excited. And we're at 5,400 likes now. Come on, everybody. Everybody, just tap on your phone. Tap on your phone. Come on, let's get to 6,000. I know we can. Starlight's very excited. And Starlight, you did Tell me, Starlight, you've screenshotted the New Health Conversation. I want to make sure if you decide you want to go there, you can go. You may not remember I am excited. Good. Good, Grace. Who else would like to know? If you'll tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. And let's keep going. We're at 5,600 likes, everybody. You just tap on your screen, and the likes will keep coming. Good, Starlight. So, Starlight, if you go there today, I would say if not today, no later than tomorrow, you'll get a call back from one of the coaches. And they'll go over everything with you. Look, I want to explain to everybody. We have people with no thyroids. No, they had their thyroids radiated out. People with goiter, with Hashimoto's, with hyperthyroidism. Ladies, perimenopause, menopause, PCOS. Now, we're not curing, treating, diagnosing, or preventing medical conditions, but those symptoms go way down. Ladies, how much value would it be if your night sweats or your hot flashes could diminish? You weren't bloated. You weren't having to open the window, close the window at night. Wouldn't that be a great thing? This is not a diet, everybody. It's a detox, and it has all these medical ramifications, right? Moonshines, 50135 female. Okay. Moonshines. You want to be about 100 pounds. That's 35 pounds. Moonshines. You're going to lose about 6 pounds in 4 days. First month minimum 15 pounds, 120. Second month, 105. So let's say 2 months and about a week, Moonshine, you should be at 100. Tell me how excited you'd be about that, Moonshines, because I know you're helping. You're tapping on the screen. But Moonshines, how excited would you be about those numbers? So let's say in 9 weeks, you could be at 100 pounds. Now, it may come sooner, Moonshines. I'm under promising because I'd rather under promise and have it do better. I don't think you're going to be mad at me if you're down to 100 pounds in 6 weeks, which you probably could be. Moonshine, just give me a comment. What do you think about that? Grace, you're excited. Starlight, oh my gosh. Okay, Starlight, when you fill out the form, this is very important for you, okay? Very important. Write down you want to be coached by Regina. She has fibromyalgia. She's worked with lots of people with fibromyalgia. It'll blow your mind. Regina, can you remember that? Like Regina, Regina. But if you don't put it in there, we won't know because we're getting so many people who want to do this. But if you want to say, I have fibromyalgia and I want Regina to coach me. Tell me you understand that, Starlight. It's very, very important, okay? Yes, 2 months, Moonshines, 2 months. Heck yeah, I like that. I like that. And Moonshines, you know where to go, right? Here's the website for all of you, the New Health Conversation, right there. I'm in contact with Regina and have had fibromyalgia. Okay, good. Good, good, good. And you understand, Starlight, you want to contact Regina as well. So Moonshines, have you already talked to Regina? Because you know she's got a lot of issues, not just fibromyalgia. So I want to know, did you get to talk to her? All right, who else would like to know? If you'll tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. It's not a diet, it's a detox. Stop dieting. She's safe to lose 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox and new way of eating. It is a new way of eating. No pills or products. She gained 6 to 9% lean muscle with no exercise, and she's kept it off for 9 years. But she's not the only one. We got lots of other examples. This lady only wanted to lose 30 pounds. She lost 21 pounds in 30 days. 30 days. See, that's why I'm telling you, Moonshine, I've under-promised. I've way under-promised on purpose, right? And then if we look at Julie here, everybody, this is even more dramatic. Look at everybody. Julie, 35 pounds in 37 days. And look at her body. That's not body image sensors. It's not body dysphoria. It's the medical proof that she's detoxing her body. If you look at it there, everyone, there you can see it much better. Let me get out of the way more. Look at her face, look at her arms, look at her stomach, look at her thighs, look at her calves. That's with no exercise at all. So who would like to have me do an analysis for them? And then if we look at a 65-year-old diabetic man, everybody, 40 pounds in a month, 40. And look at his A1C from 8.4 to 6.4. Do you see now, Starlight, this is a medical, and then wait till you see this guy. 45 pounds in a month, everybody, and look at his triglycerides and bad cholesterol, half, dropped by 50% in a month, and look at his blood pressure, 134 over 91, 102 over 61. That's in 30 days. So tell me, everybody, are you excited about this? Are you like really excited? Because it's definitely, and the thing I want to tell, sorry, the thing I want to tell all of you, and I didn't even do that yet, I don't think. This is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. So Starlight, oh, this is going to help you tremendously. Oh, yeah, I'll write her name. Okay, hold on. Do you see it right there? Regina, do you see it? Starlight, let me know you see it. Screenshot that. I mean, when you hear her story, she was taking naps in the afternoon and not. She's 36 years old. She's a little bit younger than you. She has 6 children. She has one child on the way. She's going to have 7 kids. 2 of her kids are special needs. She's an amazing person. Amazing. Wait till you talk to her. She'll give you great, great hope because she's experienced it herself. Isn't that great? You see it right there, Regina. And keep in mind, it's not at the New Health Conversation, my TikTok. Remember, if you're going to get me, you go to not me, but the site is The New Health Conversation without the at. Don't do the at. That's my TikTok site where I've got about 1,500 videos, but there's no medical proof there, and there's no way to get a coach like Regina. So Starlight, are you good with that? Yeah, Regina, thank you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So when you go, just fill it in. Who else would like to ask me a question? Oh my gosh, we're down to one person now. Really? Really? What I find so disappointing is that people they don't even take the time for their own health to stop long enough. Stop dieting. She's safe to lose 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox. She gained 6 to 9% lean muscle with no exercise. She kept it off for 9 years. So again, everybody, if you just tap on that screen, we get more likes. Where are we now? 7,200. I know we can get to 10,000 or above. I've only been on for 27 minutes. Again, everybody, stop dieting. If you're scrolling by, stop dieting. Stop. It doesn't work. And she lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox. Not a diet. It's not a diet. It's nothing to do with dieting. As a matter of fact, it's so powerful that, ladies, you lose about that's going to change, Starlight. Your whole life's about to change. So listen to me, everyone. We have provided you with a free medical website. It's right down there at the very bottom, okay? The New Health Conversation. That website could change your life. The only thing on that website is the medical proof, and if you like what you see, you can scroll down and you get a free coach and a free consultation. It's up to you what you want to do with the rest. Yeah, stop dieting. There she goes. Stop dieting, all of you. Oh, wait, I got to sneeze. Sorry. I don't know why I sneezed, to be quite honest with you. Anyway, who else would like to know how much weight you can lose in 4 days? It would take you 6 weeks on any diet. Anybody? Thank you. Bless you. But at least you know it's live, Moonshines, right? At least you know it's live. I'm not AI, and this is not pre-recorded, okay? Diane Chem. Okay, I do. All right, Diana, get ready. If you'll tell me your current height and your current weight, what I'm about to, you're going to think I'm lying. You're going to think I made it up. But you have to understand, the New Health Conversation, which I'm going to put right below you, the New Health, is a movement. It's not a company. We don't have any products to sell you. The only thing on that website is the medical proof. You got it? Now wait, I just posted it. You can screenshot it. So Z Nettle and Diana. So I got 2 of you now that want to know. So whoever wants to go first, please tell me your current height and your current weight, and I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. It's not a diet. Ladies, you're going to lose at least a dress size in the first 7 days with no exercise. She was not allowed to exercise. No one was allowed to exercise. Why? Because they wanted to isolate exercise. Otherwise, you say, oh, they lost weight because it was diet and exercise. No, it wasn't. There was no dieting. They wore Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. Okay, so Diana, I'm 5'4", and you weigh 185. Okay, at 5'4", A great weight for you is going to be about 125, 60 pounds. Diana, get ready. Brace yourself. The first 4 days, Diana, you should lose 6 or 8 pounds. The first month, Diana, you're going to probably lose, I think you're going to lose about 25 pounds in the first month. You'll be 160. It'll slow down a little bit. The second month, 140. The third, in less than 3 months, you're going to be 130. I'd say 2.5 months. So Diana, tell me, how excited are you about those numbers? So imagine March, April, by the middle of May, you're going to be about 120. You tell me how excited you'd be about that. No, 130, I said, sorry, 130, yeah. But how excited will you be about that in 2.5 months? Put it in the chat. Come on, help me, cheer me on here, right? I mean, this is, I'm helping so many people. And my big pay is I just love you telling me you're excited about these prospects, right? Diana, well, I just turned 16. I'm very excited and I need to lose weight. My doctor told me I need to. Well, Diana, so you have, yeah, at 16, you don't want to be 185, 30 pounds. Yep. No, you're going to lose more than 30 pounds, Diana. You're going to lose 5'4", you should be about, I said 130, about 55 pounds you're going to lose in about 2.5 months. Does that excite you now? This can help you along, the same thing. Again, Starlight, talk to Regina. She'll go over all this with you, I promise you. So who else would like to, now the other lady, Zin, I think it was, let me see, hold on here. Because you said that you wanted help too. Who was it? Yeah, Z Nettle, you said I do, meaning I thought you meant you wanted a evaluation. Oh, there you are, 5'6", 100. Okay, Z Net. All right, so Z, 5'6", a great weight for you is going to be 5'6". I'm going to say 135, which is going to be about 65 pounds. Z, brace yourself. First 4 days. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. You're 5'6" and you weigh 100 pounds? That's not, no, something's wrong. That's crazy. Height, 5'6", weight 100. Z, there's no way. That would be, you'd be way underweight at 5'6", unless you want to gain weight, which you can do. So clarify that for me first. I was looking at that going, wait a minute, I thought you said 200 pounds. That would be more like it. So again, Z, tell me, 5'6", if you're 100 pounds, you need to gain at least 25 pounds. So clear that up for me, Z. I'm confused. I don't like being confused. I like giving people scientific answers. You're just giving a little hype on the live? Well, this is going to change your life. I'm telling you right now. I mean, it's just so amazing what it's able to do. Oh, 156. Okay, now we're making more sense here. Hold on. So you're 156, you're about 5'2", and 100 kilos. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, so first of all, if you're 156, you're about 5'2". Okay, so the most you want to weigh at 5'2" is going to be about 55 kilos. So let's go through it again, Z. In the first 4 days, you'll lose 4 to 5 kilos in 4 days. I didn't misspeak. Did you hear what I said? 4 to 5. The first month, you'll lose at least 10 kilos. Actually, probably a little bit more than that. I'd say you're going to lose closer to 12.5 kilos. So let's use 12.5. That means you'd be about 87.5 kilos after 1 month. It may slow down a little bit. The next month, 87.5, 77.5. The third month, 67.5. The fourth month, 67.5. You should be 67, 57 kilos. So 57 is 140. You're going to be almost at your perfect weight after less than 4 months. So tell me, Z, how excited. But Z, one other thing, very important. This is not available everywhere in the world. I hope you're in one of these countries. United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, New Zealand, Australia, or anywhere in the EU. It's not available anywhere else in the world. So it's not available in Caribbean. It's not available in South Africa, South America. It's not available in Africa. It's not available in Southeast Asia. Are you in one of those countries? You have to Google it, okay? You have to Google it. Yeah, Z, see, it's not available. I'm terribly sorry. That's what I was afraid of. when I see centimeters and kilos, I'm very suspicious that you're in a country that it's not, we don't have anything to do with it. We don't ship it to you. Let's see, you can go, moonshine. Okay, so, sorry, moonshines. You can go to Grok and ask them about a summary of universities' health claims and evidence. Go to Grok, the search engine, and type in summary of universities' health claims and evidence. Just say, do they have any peer-reviewed human trial medical studies? And it'll come up and tell you, they're saying right here, they are largely unsubstantiated hype with no independent evidence for detoxifying the body, reducing inflammation, or preserving lean muscle mass, claims often implied but never proven in any studies. Peer-reviewed human trials, virtually none exist in reputable medical journals on PubMed listed for university. What they cite are mostly internal, company-funded trials, short-term, small-scale bias, plus borrowed science from genetic ingredient research. No rigorous independent human trials validate the product's unique or efficacy. Nothing stands out. Ingredients are common, repackaged. So there you go. But you can go and find it, go and Google it yourself on Grok, and they'll tell you. But they just said right there, they just basically have no real scientific proof. Okay? And you may have had great results, but it's not this because you still have weight to lose. Grok, G-R-O-K, it's AI. Yeah, Grok, G-R-O-K. It's free. It's a free website. It's a free search engine. Just type in Grok. It's actually under X. X.com is where Grok is located. So if you're doing, it used to be Twitter, now it's Grok. Now it's X.com. Okay, who else would like to ask me a question? Or if you tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. Who would like to know? Who would like to know? I do have weight to lose still. Yeah, exactly, Moonshine. Well, so Moonshine, clarify, are you talking to Regina? That's what I want to know. Did she reach out to you? Did you talk to her? Where are we on that conversation? I don't know, because they all have so many people they're coaching, I can't keep track of everybody, So Moonshines, have you talked to her, yes or no? So who else would like to ask me a question? Or if you'll tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. And again, I see we're at 11,000 likes. You just tap on your phone. If you like this content, just tap on your phone and it'll get more hearts going for me. I need a lot of hearts. This is my fuel to keep me going for all of you. Who else would like to know? Well, let me walk you through again. So stop dieting. She's safe to lose 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox. But right away, what separates this from everything else you've ever seen, this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. So I would ask, let me ask you, Starlight. Starlight, are you aware, just give me a yes or no, are you aware of anybody you've seen on YouTube or TikTok with one shred of medical evidence? Just give me a yes or no, Starlight, I want to know. And then anybody else that's on here, if you want to tell me if you're male or female and how tall you are, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. Who would like to know? No. Yes, Starlight, you're saying no, because it doesn't exist. So the thing that makes this, before I even explain to the new people on here how this works, this is the only one published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. So stop dieting. She's safe to lose 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox, a new way of eating. There are no pills. There are no products. She gained 6 to 9% lean muscle with no exercise and kept it off for 9 years. Now, let me clarify. They're not against exercise, the researchers who did this. But if they would have added exercise, then you'd say, oh, she lost weight because it was diet and exercise. No, it wasn't. No one was allowed to exercise. They wear Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. Now, you certainly can exercise if you want to, and you discuss it with your coach. You got to understand everybody. We have people with no thyroids. We have people with goiter, with Hashimoto's, with hyperthyroidism. We have people with PCOS, perimenopause, menopause. No gallbladders. It's not a diet. It works nothing. It is not a diet. None. Zero. Again, stop dieting. Please, everybody, stop dieting. At least stop long enough to find out why diets don't and can't work. Look, here's Johns Hopkins Medical School. Johns Hopkins Medical School predicts obesity apocalypse. In 4 years, 86% of Americans will be overweight or obese. Now, if you think the diet you're on now is going to work in the long run, let's look at the other medical evidence. Let's look at Medicare. Title of the study: Medicare's search for effective obesity treatments. Diets are not the answer. The researchers at Medicare looked at the long-term outcomes of calorie-restricted diets to assess whether calorie restriction or any diet is an effective treatment for obesity. The researchers found that 2/3 of dieters regained more weight than they lost on any diet. So you people that are just going by this, stop dieting. Stop. Stop dieting. What the hell are you dieting for? They don't work long-term. We got 86% of Americans projected to be overweight in 4 years. Do you really think diets are working? Do you really think so? Stop dieting. She lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox, a new way of eating with no pills or there's no product. It's based on food and a new way of eating developed by the top weight loss researchers in the world. That's good enough for me. I didn't develop it. I didn't discover it. We're sharing it with you. That's all. Moon, she'll go over that with you, but basically you're having every morning, you have the world's most perfect food for breakfast. Then you have 2 normal meals, and then every 2 months or 3 months, do another 48-hour detox. That's it. I've been on it. Listen, Moon, I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks, everyone, 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years. I think that's what you might want to be focusing on. See, the whole key to this moonshine is not that you can lose the weight. It's that you can lose the weight and keep it off. The same thing for you, Starlight. The same thing for any of you that are still hanging around and paying attention to what I'm saying. So Deanna, the same thing for you. Any of you people that want to know, this is life change. This is not a diet, everybody. Please understand, stop dieting. They don't work. I'd love for anybody. It is simple. It's very simple. It's moonshine. It's based on food. And moonshine also, you get this. You didn't get this with Unicity. This is what the researchers gave to her. Each one of the yellows are daily videos from the researchers, the scientists who created this. Not some marketing person from Unicity. You know, I mean, it's not even in the same planet. Not even in the same zip code. This is the most advanced weight loss health program in the world. And like I keep saying, everyone, it's published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. So again, I would ask you, Moonshines, are you aware of anybody on TikTok with one shred of medical evidence? I'm not talking about a clinical study like what Unicity did, company funded, internal. That doesn't count. It has no bearing in the medical world. They would never accept that. But just give me a yes or no. Anybody? Are you aware of anybody? Any of you? Put in the chat. You aware of anybody on TikTok with any medical proof? Who would it be? Diana, you go to the website. Here's the website, Diana. Hold on. Deanna. Sorry, I called you Diana. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm not being impolite. Here it is. Health. So you go to the website first. And you look at the medical proof. We will not contact you if you go there. If you like what you scroll down, it says free consultation. Free. How much is the consultation? $0. What are you buying? Food from your grocery store, 30%, and then 70% of the food comes from around the world. So the main thing to do, you're giving me permission to mess up your name. I'm sorry. I just have got so much going on in my head. You know, I want to make sure that people, look, please, new people, stop dieting. She's safely lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox, a new way of eating, no pills or products, gained 6 to 9% lean muscle with no exercise and kept it off for 9 years. So for the new people on here, look, they don't even stay long enough to find out what it is. It's just really crazy. What are they doing? Diets don't work. We all know that. Diets don't work, everybody. They don't work. So who else would like to know? If you'll tell me if you're, otherwise I'll explain it. For the new people, if you want me, just put it in the chat. Just give me a yes. Do you want me to explain how did she lose 60 pounds in 90 days with no exercise and no dieting, and it was based on food and a new way of eating? I can tell you this, that 30% of the food that you would get, okay, Diana wants to know. Okay. Please do, yes, Maria. Okay, everybody. So first of all, it was invented, discovered, created by the top weight loss nutrition researchers in the world. They had been paid for 40 years to analyze diets, never found a diet that worked long term. I think most of you can relate to that. What they did, they found other researchers who found foods in these ancient, faraway regions in Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, and the people that were eating those foods, nobody was overweight. And in some of the areas, you've probably heard of blue zones where people live to be 100. So those are the foods that you would be eating along with your grocery store. So here's how it works. You would get a grocery list from our coaches. You'd take it to your grocery store. It has proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables. But instead of calorie amounts, serving sizes. Everybody got that? That leaves 70% of the money you normally would spend at your grocery store, because you're only going to spend about 30%. That 70% all but pays for those foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, that those people are eating that don't have weight. So whatever they're doing, I think we want to be knowing that, right? So then what they did, based on those new food groups, they put a new way of eating together called protein pacing. You all can look it up. Google it. It's a registered trademark, U.S. Patent Office. 5 days a week, she had 4 meals a day. Yes, starting with what the researchers call these foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, the world's most perfect foods from a nutritional standpoint, which is the only thing your body cares about. There's so much nutrition in those foods that researchers, the reason they call it the world's most perfect foods, they have about 300 different nutrients. Not 30, 300. So unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any supplements at all. So 5 days a week, you start your day with the world's most perfect food. Lunch and dinner from your grocery, and a 4th meal after dinner. Now, 2 days a week, no food from your grocery store. None, zero. You only consume these world's most perfect foods, and this is the detox. I mean, does everybody, just give me a yes, and you have to, if you don't think this is true, then you're on the wrong podcast. But put a yes if you believe we're living in a toxic world and that you're toxic. Because we're drinking, breathing, eating chemicals as they enter our body. The body, to protect you, takes that chemical, stuffs it inside your visceral fat. That's the fat around your organs. So the bloating you're all complaining about is not because you added any fat to your body. That's a total lie. This has nothing to do with body image. It's basically you have the same number of fat cells at puberty you do when you die, and your fat cells expand or contract. Fortunately, here they proved it in this 48 hours where she was eating just the food, these world's most perfect foods. This time, ate 8 times a day. So she was getting really small amounts of food with huge amounts of nutrition, and that caused her body to detox, and they proved it through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis. It's a detox. That's exactly why she lost all the weight and why she shrank so much, along with many of the other people. Like, for example, look at Julie, everybody, 35 pounds in 37 days. And you can see right there, if I get my head out of the way, look at her face, look at her stomach, look at her thighs. I mean, it's a completely different, it's the same person, but it looks different. 35 pounds in 37 days. Have any of you ever seen anything like that? Now, maintenance is even simpler. You just simply have the world's most perfect food for breakfast. I had it this morning. I had lunch. I'm going to have dinner tonight. And then every 2 months or so, I do another 48-hour detox. Why? Because the toxins aren't going on vacation. See, if you don't believe you're toxic, you're in the wrong podcast. But let me give you the medical proof about why these toxins are causing you to gain weight. It's not an opinion on my part. Let me read to you from the research. This is great. I promise you've never heard of this before. The Endocrine Society, the largest organization of experts devoted to the research on hormones and the clinical practice of endocrinology, reports the rise in the incidence in obesity matches the rise in the use and distribution of industrialized chemicals. They give these chemicals a name. They call them obesogens. Yeah, obesogens. Listen. Simply put, obesogens are chemicals that disrupt the function of our hormonal system, leading to weight gain and many of the diseases that curse the American populace. They enter our bodies from a variety of sources, from natural compounds in soy, artificial hormones fed to animals, plastic pollutants in food packaging, chemicals added to processed food, and pesticides sprayed in our produce. They act, these Obesogens act in a variety of ways, mimicking human hormones such as estrogen. You're listening, ladies, blocking the action of other hormones such as testosterone. You're listening, men, and essentially reprogram us to gain weight. What in the heck are you doing about obesogens? You didn't even know they existed until right now. You think you're going to do that in keto or paleo or Mediterranean or unicity? The hell no, you're not. Yeah, I get really fired up about this. And you all have to know, well, you don't have to know anything, but you might want to know this is a new medical syndrome everybody has, including me, called the TDOS syndrome. T for toxicity, the D for nutrition deficiency, overweight, and stress. It's a registered trademark, U.S. patent office, a new medical syndrome discovered by this researcher, Peter Greenlaw. Guess what, everybody? That's me. So I discovered a medical syndrome that every person in the world has. Maybe you want to listen to what I'm telling you. We're all toxic. We're all storing chemicals in our body. And unless you think, no diet has ever proved, this is the first time in history they've proven this is removing chemicals from the body. So you got the choice. You can continue to accumulate poisons in your body, or you can do something about getting rid of some of them. Starlight, the food, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables from your grocery store, and these same foods, but from these ancient areas with huge amounts of nutrition. Again, she'll go over all that with you. Starlight, she will. Okay, so please do. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, definitely. So Maria, do you want to know if you'll tell Blue Bunny, actually, hello. If you'll tell me how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how much weight you can lose in 4 days on this. I'll tell you, all the ladies on here, you lose a minimum of 1 dress size in 7 days. Did you hear what it said? A dress size in 7 days. Maria, okay, 5'3", and what's your current weight, Blue Bunny? I know Moonshine's right. I get it, Moonshines. That's what's going on. That's why unicity doesn't, it's not even in the same zip code. It's not even on the same planet. I mean, I just told you all how toxic we all are. As a matter of fact, I have more proof if you'd like to know, everybody, about what obesogens are doing to you. Let me see if I can find the quote. Oh, here it is. Listen to this, everybody. So Paula Bailey Hamilton is considered the world's leading authority on toxic chemicals and their effects on our health. She says what appears to be happening is that our natural slimming system is being poisoned by toxic chemicals we encounter in our everyday lives, and this damage is making it increasingly difficult for our bodies to control their weight. It's not your fault, everybody. Did any of you even heard of obesogens before right now? Give me some yeses or nos in the comments. This is real medical research. We're not fooling around over here. This is because I had nothing to sell you. We're going to educate you. We all got educated. We want to change the world. The New Health Conversation is a movement. It's not a company. We don't have any products to sell you. So, right. You hadn't heard of obesity. So again, Blue Bunny, you're 5'3", but what's your current weight? I need to know what your current weight is. And then I'll tell you how fast you can get to where you need to go. Because it doesn't do me any good. Okay, so I'm just waiting, Blue Bunny. Just what's your current weight? 189. Okay, 5'3", a great weight for you is going to be about 115. That's going to be 74 pounds, okay? Get ready. Maria, brace yourself. The first 4 days, you're going to lose 6 or 8 pounds. The first month, minimum 20 pounds. I'm not kidding you. So after 1 month, 169. After 2 months, 149. After 3 months, about 129. So effectively, I'd say 3 months and 2 weeks, you're going to be at about 115. Blue Bunny, tell me how excited you are about those numbers. Let me know. Tap on the screen. Send some hearts up, everybody. Blue Bunny, would that be great? That would just nice. That's it. That's as excited as you are. I hope you're more excited than that. Okay, very cool. All right, I get it now. I'm good. All right, so Blue Bunny, this is where you go if you want. This is the website. It's free to go there, and there's nothing to buy on the website, and we will not contact you. The only way we'll contact you, you scroll all the way down, it says free consultation on the bottom, and that's where you go to get Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I was getting a little worried there. I mean, if you don't think that's unbelievable, I would be very surprised. I mean, when was the last time you weighed 115 or 120? 115, that's where, I mean, that's optimum. You can get there. If not now, when? If not now, who? You. Why not you? Right now. And you're going to get coached for free. Did you hear that, Blue Bunny? The coaching's free. You go to the website, free consultation. How expensive is it? Zero. How much is the consultation? Zero. How much is the coaching? Zero. All the way through to get you to your goals. You all can get a free coach if you do this. Good, Moonshine's 115. Cool. We're going to get you back. See, we've all lost perspective because diets don't work. So the numbers you get from doctors, etc., are based what you can achieve on a diet. But that's not your DNA weight. People give me their, how much they want to lose, and it's like half of what's possible. We see it all the time, for crying out loud. Look at her. Wait a minute, 35 pounds in 37 days. She didn't have 100 pounds to lose. See, that's the other thing. Even if I show you Kristen here, she only had 30 pounds to lose. Would you be unhappy, Blue Bunny, with 21 pounds in a month? Would you be unhappy with that? I'm going to go sign up. Cool. Well, here's the website again for you, Blue Bunny. You're making me laugh. I love it when people make me laugh. Look, this is a movement, everybody, and you can join for free. There's nothing to buy. Number one, there's no membership. But the website, the New Health Conversation, it's for the world to see. It's for the world. Do you think this gentleman's life is different? A 65-year-old diabetic man, 40 pounds in a month? And look at his A1C from 8.4 to 6.4. Triglycerides, 242 to 124 in 30 days. 30 days, not 30 weeks. I do smile, I think, enough of the time, don't I? Do I seem grumpy? Or maybe that's what I do. Maybe I scare people off, and that's why they don't want me to do a personal consultation with them. But Blue Bunny, I'm on your side. Blue Bunny, I hope you feel like you got educated. I don't have time to convince people. I'm not doing that. I'm not selling. We don't have any products to sell you, number one. But you all understand you could hit the do-over button for the rest of your lives. Or not. That's not my responsibility. That's what's available to all of you. So who else would like to know? If you tell me, hello, Karen Davis, hello, Lorraine, hello, Crystal Ellis. Lots of nice people coming on here. Not that there aren't nice people on here already. I'm just... So anyway, would either Karen or Lorraine or Crystal, would you like me to explain the process? It's not a diet. Stop dieting. She's safe to lose 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural detox, a new way of eating, no pills or products, just food and a new way of eating. And she gained 6 to 9% lean muscle, was not allowed to exercise. They were Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. And she's kept it off for 9 years. I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years. So who else would like to? Come on, everybody. And also, if you tap on that screen, everybody, come on, just tap. It sends hearts up. Wow, we're at 15,000 likes. I must not suck this afternoon. But come on, let me help you. Please help support us. The New Health Conversation is a movement. There's nothing to buy. There's no membership. That's the medical proof. And if you like what you see, you're going to get coached for free. We all got coached for free. The whole purpose behind the New Health Conversation. How many of you ever saw the incredible movie Pay It Forward? My favorite movie. The New Health Conversation is based on that movie. That's what this is. This is Pay It Forward, everybody. Lorraine Lee, please tell us. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lorraine. That's so nice of you. And Karen also, all of you. So listen, everybody, even Karen, just stick around for about 3 minutes. I'll go as fast as I can. First of all, it's not a diet, everybody. Secondly, all of you, Lorraine and Karen, need to know, it's published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. So it's already been vetted. It's totally safe. It's going to change. It'll change everything you ever thought about diet, exercise, and nutrition because it's not a diet. So let's get into it. It was invented by the top weight loss nutrition physiologists in the world. They were paid for 40 years to analyze diets. They never found a diet in 40 years that worked. And 2/3 of everybody gained more weight than they lost. And the reason for that is the reason you're on this podcast, because you haven't been able to lose weight and keep it off on any diet so far, because 25 to 40% of the pounds you're actually losing on a diet, which this isn't, is your lean muscle mass. When that happens, it slows down your metabolism. That's why you've gained all the weight back. So the researchers said, we got to find something different. So they found other researchers who'd gone to regions in the world where no one was overweight. And the secret was what those people were eating. They were eating food with huge amounts of nutrition, therefore they could eat less food. Those foods you can't buy anywhere else in the world. But the researchers hooked up with these researchers, and they brought food, not the people who created the detox, but the people that had the foods. And these foods came from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand. So 30% of the food you actually would go on this, you'd get a grocery list from our coaches. You take it to your grocery store. Proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables. But only 30% of the total, what you spent last month, that's all you're going to spend at your grocery store, leaving you 70% of the money to go towards these foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, with these huge amounts of nutrition that the researchers call the world's most perfect foods from a nutritional standpoint. Why do they say that? Because they have about 300 different nutrients. There's no pills. There's no synthetic vitamins, nothing like that. So unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any supplements at all in this. It's what makes it work. What makes it work is you're going to be able to eat less food and get more nutrition. So that's the basis of it. Now follow me, everybody. 5 days a week, you're going to have 4 meals a day. You start with the World's Most Perfect Food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from your grocery store. A 4th meal, the World's Most Perfect Foods. 2 days a week, no food from the grocery store, only these World's Most Perfect Foods. This time, she ate 8 times a day. Now, why is that important? Because this is a detox. So let me stop right there. So Lorraine, you're on here. Do you believe we're living in a toxic world, and do you believe you're toxic? Give me a yes or no. If you don't, then you're on the wrong podcast. I couldn't be more serious. So give me a yes or no, Lorraine. Do you believe we're living in a toxic world, and do you believe you're toxic? Because this is a detox. It is not a diet. Okay, good, Lorraine. We're still friends, so I'm kidding. So, Lorraine, after the 48 hours each week, they measured, they did blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis, and proved that this was removing the chemicals from her body, and that's why she shrank. Lorraine, I'm going to tell you right now, in the first week with no exercise, you will shrink 1 dress size in the first week. I'm going to tell you this, after about a month, you're going to start to need to buy all new clothes. Nothing's going to fit you because you're going to shrink. I'll show you another more dramatic example. Look at Julie here, everybody. She lost 35 pounds in 37 days, and you can see her thighs, you can see her stomach. Look at how much she shrank. That's the detox. It's not body image, has nothing to do with that. So are we cool, Lorraine? You getting it? You understand? Okay, so the idea here is that our body is storing chemicals. So if we're really going to lose weight and keep it off, we got to get the chemicals out of the fat cells so the fat cells can shrink, which is exactly what happened. Now, the other things they found was that inflammation, which Lorraine plagues every one of us, including me, it came down 25% in a month. No diet has ever touched this. And maintenance is so simple, Lorraine. You have the world's most perfect food for your breakfast and lunch and dinner from the grocery list. And then every 2 months, do another 48-hour detox. I lost 40 pounds, Lorraine, in 7 weeks. 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years by simply having the world's most perfect food for breakfast and 2 normal meals, and then every 2 months I do another 48-hour detox. Now, why am I doing a detox every 2 months? Because the toxins aren't going on vacation, Lorraine. They're coming at us every day, 24/7, 365 days a year. So tell me that makes sense. Yes, moonshines, a big part of the inflammatory responses are from toxicity. That's why, for example, something like unicity, it doesn't touch inflammation. Nothing, 0. I'm not even picking on them. It's just not the same. It's just not even in the same zip code. It's not on the same planet. Yes, Marie Bunny. Again, to tell you the truth, the person who invented this was a diabetic chemist. He had a kidney transplant, and was able to do it all the way through dialysis until he had the transplant. Now, obviously, your husband would do a more modified version. And when you talk to see, that's why we do free consultations, because it's important. We know we have people with no thyroids. We have people with no gallbladders. Yes, we have people on kidney dialysis for sure. I don't know if he's on the transplant list or et cetera, but this is something they definitely can consume when they're in kidney dialysis. Because one of the challenges I'm sure you realize is that they're really limited, for example, with the amount of protein that they can have. And that's something that we need in order to be alive. We need the proteins. But anyway, the coaches can go over all that with you, okay? Oh, he is on the transplant list. Great. Well, all I'm telling you is that this can help him in the meantime, but more importantly, even let's hope he gets a kidney, then he can definitely be on this for the rest of his life. I mean, like I said, the chemist who invented it, who died about 3 years ago, not from any, I don't want to tell you how he died, but it was not from it was not from his kidney problems or anything else. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, for years he was on this, years and years and years, and he invented it. Well, he really invented it because he was a diabetic. I'm type 2 and on an insulin pump. And although he never really got off, but within a month, he already had cut his insulin by 50% in a month. And then if I showed you this other gentleman here, Curtis, look at his A1C went from 8.4 to 6.4 in 30 days. That's unheard of. That's like off the charts. Nobody has anything. Yeah, I know, Blue Bunny. Now are you excited to go to the website? Yeah, Moonshines. That's who invented this, a diabetic. He was a nutritional chemist, but he was a diabetic. And we've helped probably 200, well, in our group, we've helped over 200,000 diabetics in the last 23 years. Typically, we'll see with a diabetic, like for example, a pre-diabetic, what they found in this in 30 days, they were no longer pre-diabetic. And most of the diabetics, even if they were on insulin, at the end of a month, they were able to cut their insulin by 50%. 50. So you tell me. Well, good. Let your coach know about that, Blue. It's very important because, again, your husband's going to do a more modified version than, say, you would do to lose weight. But it's his stamina, it's his energy, all those things. I mean, because he's really challenging with having enough of the nutrients necessary because of the compromise with, obviously, the kidney situation. But we've seen amazing things. You got it? Oh, you already registered. Okay, fantastic. That's wonderful. So who else would like to know? Who else would like to know if you'll tell me if you're male or female and how tall you are and your current weight? I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. My mother has been diabetic pretty much her whole life. She's had eye surgeries and none of this. Well, all I can tell you is, Moonshines, this is terrific for diabetics. Terrific. Okay, terrific. And is she on insulin or glucophage or metformin or Ozempic? Is she on any drugs? I need to know. Thursday is what? You already had. I don't understand Thursday. Did you already do an analysis with Regina? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, Thursday was her eye. This Thursday. Oh, this coming Thursday next week. Okay, now I'm sorry. I get it now. I didn't understand it at first. Okay. Terrific. She has her next surgery. Yes. Okay. Now I get it. All right. Fine. Anybody else like to ask me a question? Tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, or I'll just simply walk you through this detox. It is not a diet, everybody. And we're at 16,000 likes. Come on, let's get, everybody, if you like the content, just tap on your screen. Let's get to 20,000. Come on, I know we can do it. I know that we can do it. So who else would like to know? Again, I just helped out. Who did I just help out? Maria, she was on there. But Karen Davis or Classy or Lorraine Lee, would you like to know if you'll tell? Oh, Lorraine Lee. How about that? I didn't know you were going to do that. So 53160, she's been on Ozempic, metformin, Mounjaro, now a glipizide and insulin to help eye pressure. Okay. Yeah, well, let's see how she does after a thing. Okay, Lorraine, 53160. Great weight for you, 115, Lorraine. 115 means you want to lose about 45 pounds. Yeah, exactly, 45 pounds. Okay, so you should lose in the first 4 days with 45 pounds, 160. You're going to lose between 6 and 8 pounds in 4 days. The first month, minimum 140. The second month, 120. So basically, I'd say within 9 weeks, you should be at 115. Lorraine, tell me how excited you'd be about that. We see it all the time, Lorraine. And look, I'm going to show you right here. She only had 30 pounds to lose. She lost 21 pounds in 30 days. And I only want you to lose 45 pounds so you can see where I'm going with this. Easily 2 months and a week, you're going to be at 115. Lorraine, put in the chat for me. How excited are you about this? Are you excited? Or you want to go on a diet and lose about a pound a week? Maybe. And be miserable and be starving. And you're not detoxing your body and you're not doing anything to improve your overall health. Your energy, your mental focus. Wow, I know, but we do it all the time. But look at her. Does that excite you? Or wait a minute, let's go even more. Look at this. How about 35 pounds in 37 days? Lorraine, how about that? Look at her. Look at how much she shrank. Let me get out of the way. There we go. That's better. Now you can see it. Look at her. Look at her shoulders, her stomach, her thighs, her calves. Lorraine, have you ever seen anything like that before, ever, on anybody? And it's not about body image. It's about detoxification. Yeah, I get really excited. Don't take my passion for anything other than that. I'm not mad at you. I'm cheering you on. I'm cheering all of you on. Come on. Give me some taps. Give me some love. Come on, everybody. Who else on TikTok is educating you? They're trying to sell you something. We want to educate you. If you go to the website, we're not even going to contact you, for crying out loud. The only way we'll contact you is if you contact us. I know, Lorraine. Tell me how. Okay, here, look. Here's the website you're going to go to, and then I'm going to tell you how you do it. But acknowledge, you screenshot that, okay? Do you see it? Yeah, it shows the detox with the body change. Okay, Lorraine. All right, so I'm going to explain to everybody how you do it, real fast or slow. I'll be in between. Okay, first of all, Lorraine, it was invented by the top weight loss nutrition researchers in the world. They, for 40 years, were paid to analyze diets, and in 40 years, they never found a diet that worked. So they said, we got to see, there must be people somewhere in the world that aren't overweight. They found other researchers, not the people who created this, who'd gone to these ancient areas in Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, and found people that nobody was overweight, and they figured, what are they doing? The food they were eating, which you can't buy anywhere else in the world, was the secret. Those foods contain massive amounts of nutrition. So, well, to give you an idea, they call them the world's most perfect foods, Lorraine. They have 300 nutrients. Did you hear what I just said, Lorraine? 300 nutrients. So unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any supplements at all. So those are part of the food you'd be eating. The other 30% of the food, Lorraine, imagine you have no food in your house at all, zero. So our coaches are going to give you a grocery list. You take to the grocery store. On that list are proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables based on serving sizes, not calorie counting. Give me a yes, Lorraine, if I'm making sense so far. That leaves you 70% of the money to go towards these foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand with the world's most perfect foods. Then what they did, they invented a new way of eating that's a detox. 5 days a week until you lose your weight. You're going to have 4 meals a day, Lorraine. You're going to start with the world's most perfect foods for breakfast. No food from the grocery store, lunch and dinner from the grocery store, and a 4th meal after dinner, the world's most perfect foods. So you're bookending. You're starting the day with the world's most perfect food, and you're ending the day with the world's most perfect food, and you're having what you would consider organic food in between. You got it? Now, 2 days a week, no food from the grocery store, only these world's most perfect foods. And this time, she ate 8 times a day, Lorraine, 8 times. She was eating every hour and a half or 2 hours. The diabetics on this, no one had insulin spikes. People who weighed 400 pounds weren't hungry. If I teach you anything, Lorraine, you've never in your life ever been hungry for a calorie. Your body has no idea what calories are. It's the biggest scam that's ever been perpetrated on us, this thing about calories in, calories out. Total horse manure, okay? Lorraine, this is a detox, but let me stop there. Do you believe, Lorraine, we're living in a toxic world, and do you believe you're toxic? Give me a yes or no. Yes, okay. So what's happening to us is we're drinking, breathing, eating chemicals. As they enter our body, the body's taking that chemical and stuffing it inside our visceral fat. Your visceral fat is the fat around your organs. So any bloating you might be experiencing, Lorraine, is not that you gained fat. As a matter of fact, you have the same number of fat cells at puberty you have when you die, and your fat cells expand and contract. You got it? Does that make sense so far? So what they did here, let me back up. Did you know, Lorraine, for example, that every night when you go to bed, all of us, as long as you don't eat too late, your body all but stops digestion and turns on a natural detox mechanism called autophagy when your body gets rid of dead cells. Every night. You don't have to do anything. Just don't eat too late. That's why people that get up in the middle of the night snacking, not good at all. Now, so what they proved in this after each 48 hours, now remember, she was eating 8 times a day. So they were giving her really small amounts of food with huge amounts of nutrition. What did that allow her to do? All but stop digestion, turning on this mechanism. And they proved it through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis that this is absolutely removing chemicals from the body, and that's why she shrank so much. Lorraine, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah, to live to be 120. I'd like to live to be 120 also. Trust me. Why do you think I'm doing this? Hello? But anyway, Lorraine, do you understand now? And then maintenance, Lorraine, you have the world's most perfect food for breakfast every morning, 2 meals, and then every 2 months do another, or 3 months do another 48-hour detox. Why? Because Lorraine, the toxins aren't going on vacation. Now do you understand? And Lorraine, remember, you're going to get a coach for free, and they're going to highlight that more. Also, all of you, including you, Moonshines, you're all going to get this. It's called the Blueprint for Success, which is what she followed. Each of these yellows are daily videos from the researchers. They're educating you. They don't have any products. They don't have a company, but they want their science to be fulfilled. They want to help mankind. They don't have any products to sell you. They invented this. So how cool is that? Lorraine, are you excited now? Are you really excited about the prospects here? Here, look. Here's the website again. New Health Conversation. I just typed it right below your name. Just see it. Whoops. There it is, the New Health Conversation. That's where you can go to get the free medical proof. So who else would like to? We got a lot of new people on here. We got Classa, we got Samantha, we have Ron Weiss. Now, you all can read the headline, Stop Dieting. She safely lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural detox food and a new way of eating. And there's no pills or products. This is based on food and a new way of eating invented by the top weight loss nutrition physiologists in the world. And I'll tell you, good, Lorraine, check it out. Why wouldn't you? Lorraine, why wouldn't you check it out? I mean, Lorraine and everybody else, this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. Lorraine, before you go, answer my question. Are you aware of anybody on TikTok with one shred of medical evidence? Give me a yes or no. Lorraine, are you aware of anybody with any medical proof on TikTok? They're giving you opinions, but they don't have any medical proof. Do you agree, Lorraine? Yes or no? And we're at 18,000 likes. Come on, everybody, let's keep tapping on the screen. We're at 18,000. I know we can get to 20 or above. Maybe she left. Maybe Lorraine left. Okay, would anybody else like to know either how this works, or in your own case, if you tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are, I'll tell you how much weight you can lose, how tall and what your current weight is, sorry. Male or female, how tall, your current weight, and I'll show you, you're going to lose as much weight on this in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet you've ever been on. And I mean, it's just, that's how it works. It's not a diet, it's a detox. And if you don't believe you're living in a toxic world and we're toxic, then you're on the wrong podcast. I couldn't be more serious. This is about detoxification. It's not a diet, but it's sustainable. I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks, 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years. So again, who would like to, classy, 55240. All right, 540, great weight for you. About 120, that's 120 pounds. So classy lady. I like that very much. Classy lady, we're going to really make your life incredible. So classy lady, in the first 4 days, well, first of all, at 5'5", I said you should be about 120. But in the first 4 days, you're going to probably lose 10 to 12 pounds in 4 days. Did you hear what I said? In the first month, you're probably going to lose 30 pounds. You should be, at the end of a month, about 210. The second month, I know, but let me keep going. I'm not done yet, classy lady. I only give you a month. You're at 210. Let me give you a little more time. So after 1 month, you're at 210. After 2 months, it'll slow down a little bit. I'd say 25 pounds the second month. So 25 pounds is going to get you from 210 as 90 is, about 190. After 3 months, 190, you should be about 170. After 4 months, 150. After 5 months, 150, 130. So effectively, in about 5.5 months, you should be 120. Classy lady, put an adjective. Tell me how excited you'd be about that. We see it all the time. Look at her numbers. She lost 60 pounds in 90 days. 60 pounds. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. And this is a low number. Even when I'm telling you, it's a low number. Yeah, now, look, classy lady, look, let me show you this. Look at Julie. Classy lady, 35 pounds in 37 days. What do you think about that, classy lady? Look at her. Look at her body. Look at that. Look at it. Look at how much she shrank. It's a detox. It's not a diet. There's no counting calories. She wasn't allowed to exercise. They wore Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. Not that you can't exercise, but they eliminated exercise. Otherwise, you say, oh, it's diet and exercise. So just tell me, are you blown away? Are you pretty excited now about the prospect? And here's the free website to go to. And if you go there and you like what you see, we won't contact you. Let me be clear, classy lady, we won't contact you. Why? Because there's the medical proof. We shouldn't have to convince you, but if you like what you see, scroll down, free consultation and free coaching. How much is the consultation? $0. How much is the coaching? $0. Now, the consultation is going to be more thorough because they need to know, for example, are you on any drugs? Do you exercise? I mean, drugs, I'm talking about prescription drugs, so don't get nervous. I mean, that's the only thing we're talking. But, classy lady, we have people with no thyroids. We have people with hypothyroidism, goiter, Hashimoto's, women, perimenopause, menopause, PCOS, major reductions in symptoms. Sometimes in like a week or 10 days. Also, the other thing I should tell all of you, normally within 4 or 5 days on this, all your cravings are gone. That's why this is so successful. It's not a diet, it's a detox. So classy lady, yes, that's me. Okay, well, do you want to change? Are you excited about changing? Because if you go to the website, look at the medical proof. You'll be scrolling so fast down to get a free consultation. And the only thing you're buying, classy, were you around when I explained exactly what you do? Oh, you're already at the website. Okay, great. But classy, let me just tell you, there's no products to buy. You're going to pretty much, if you took your food budget last month, take 30% of those dollars. You're going to get a food list from our coaches that you take to your grocery store, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables. Only 30% of what you spend. Leaving 70% for the food that makes this work that comes from these ancient locations in Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, representing huge amounts of nutrition in small amounts of food. They call them the world's most perfect foods because they have 300 different nutrients, classy lady. So unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any supplements at all. And then 5 days a week, you're going to have 4 meals a day, starting with the world's most perfect food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from your grocery store, and a 4th meal, the world's most perfect foods. Then 2 days a week, no food from your grocery store, only these world's most perfect foods. And this time she ate 8 times a day, classy lady. She was eating every hour and a half or 2 hours. And that allowed her body to detox. And they proved it was a detox. They did blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis and proved the reason she shrank. I should have asked you, classy lady, do you believe we're living in a toxic world and do you believe you're toxic? Because we're breathing, drinking, eating chemicals in the body to protect you and me, takes those chemicals and stuffs them inside what's called our visceral fat. The visceral fat's wrapped around all of our organs, and those fat cells expand or contract. You don't add fat to your body. You have the same number of fat cells at puberty you will when you die, and they expand or contract. You can see how much they contracted there, and that's with no exercise. Does that excite you, classy lady? Because you're going to yes, of course, pass this information on. The website's free to go to for the world. But classy, just tell me you're excited about changing life. Listen, classy lady, if not now, when? If not now, if not now, who? Why not you? And you get coached for free. But remember, if you go to the website, we're not going to contact you. You have to contact us by scrolling down and getting a free consultation. Now, classy lady, let me ask you a question. Are you somewhere, it's not available in all countries in the world. It's available in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, New Zealand, Australia, and anywhere in the EU. Hopefully you're in one of those countries because it's not available anywhere else. And we have nothing to do with that because we have no products to ship you. So are you available in one of those countries? Please tell me you are. It's also available in Cyprus, I believe. But everywhere in the EU and Cyprus and New Zealand, Australia, United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico. That's it. And yes, please pass the information on. By the way, just to let you know, Classy, I start every morning about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll do one tomorrow. And then I do them about every 1.5 to 2 hours. I think this is my fourth one today. Anyway, who else would like to know, just like I did for a classy lady here, if you'll tell me if you're male or female and how tall you are, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. Basically, you're going to lose as much weight in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet any of you have ever been on. So stop dieting. She safely lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox. And she gained 9% lean muscle with no exercise and kept it off for 9 years. Who else has ever seen anything like this? So who else would like to get a free consultation? I just need to know if you're male or female, how tall you are, and your current weight, and I'll blow your mind at how much weight you can lose on. It's not a diet. This is not a diet, it's a detox. And we all should be detoxing because we're living in such a toxic world now. I don't know if you all saw the thing 3 months ago on Starbucks coffee. 1 cup of Starbucks coffee, when you drink it, you're getting 25,000 microplastics in every cup of coffee. How's that sound? Pretty good? So who else would like to, hi Samantha, who else is here that would like to get a free evaluation? And then I'll explain exactly how it works if you want to do that. All I need is if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight. I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. So who else would like to know? I'm just waiting for anybody to, again, stop dieting. She safely lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural detox. That's it. And it's a detox. It's not a diet. But you're going to lose weight in 4 days. It would take you 6 weeks on any diet. And we have also, just so you all know, this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. It's the most comprehensive study ever done on weight loss from a medical perspective. And they lowered inflammation, they lowered blood sugar and blood pressure and cholesterol and triglycerides all in 30 days. And they proved through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis, this is a detox. So it's not something that we're making up. It's not marketing hype. You don't get published in medical journals. Their job is to discredit what you're trying to prove. That's why no drug ever gets approved, thank goodness, without a peer-reviewed human trial study done on human beings, not chimpanzees or monkeys or in a petri dish, in actual human beings. So would anybody else like to know, if you tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. So who else would like to know? Again, stop dieting. She safely lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox and a new way of eating. So again, anybody that wants to know, let me just put up Julie here for everybody. How about this, everybody? Diets are dead. She quit diets forever, lost 35 pounds in 37 days with a natural, real food detox and a smarter way of eating. That's it. It's based on food and a new way of eating, and it's published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world, as you can see there, proven in 10 peer-reviewed human trials, and kept it off for 9 years. So again, diets are dead. She quit diets forever. She lost 35 pounds in 37 days with a natural, real food detox. It's that simple. Who wants to know how they can do this? Or if you just tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. Who else would like to know? Who else would like to know? Anybody? I'm just waiting to hear. I feel like the lonely cowboy here, lonely cowboy. I live in Denver, Colorado. That has nothing to do with anything. I just thought about that. Here we are with the solution for weight loss, and people don't even have the time to stop and spend 2 minutes to find out why diets are dead, and she quit diets forever. Because I guess I should title this, Why Diets Are Dead. And she quit diets forever because she discovered this natural, real detox, losing 35 pounds in 37 days. Have any of you ever done anything like that? I mean, you realize that's about a pound a day, not a pound a week like you're all used to. You all get excited, oh, I weighed myself after a week and you lost a pound. But the weight you're losing on, hello, Casey, hello, Oliver. So what we've been talking about, just so you know, hello, Isaac, is diets are dead. She quit. She lost 35 pounds in 37 days with a real food detox and a smarter way of eating. And what we've been doing, Casey or anybody, if you want to tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll show you how you can lose as much weight in 4 days on this safely as in 6 weeks of any diet you've ever been on. You lose a whole dress size as a woman in a week. As a man, they lose 2 to 4 inches in a week with no exercise. And it's long-term sustainable. She's kept the weight off for 9 years. And this lady here, she lost 60 pounds in 90 days. So you can see the average is minimum is about 5 pounds a week. How many of you would kill to lose 5 pounds a week? So if you'd like to know, any of you, I guess Casey or Samantha, I'm happy to give you a free evaluation. I just need to know, male or female, how tall you are and the current weight. Hello, Teresa. This is a stop dieting. She safely lost 60 pounds in 90 days using a natural food detox. Nope, she's gone. Ron Weiss is back. Hello, Ron. We lost you there for a few minutes. I think you were on a few minutes ago. But Ron, would you like to do an evaluation? I'm happy to do it for you. If you'll tell me how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. And again, everybody, this is a detox. Female, I currently weigh 110. Okay, Casey, how tall are you? And Casey, I got to make sure, are you Casey or Cassie? I hate mispronouncing, especially ladies' names. I'm not impolite. I'm very polite, right? 5'6". Okay, so Casey, to be sure, or Cassie, to be sure, are you in one of these countries? You have to be in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, New Zealand, Australia, or anywhere in the EU. Are you in any of those countries? Because those are the only countries they ship to. Otherwise, I'd be wasting. No, it's not available. I'm sorry. That's what I was afraid of. Because when I said kilos and things like that, it ends up that, and I don't want to disappoint you. Because these foods, you can't get them there. And we don't have anything to do with it. We don't have anything to do with shipping. I'm terribly sorry, Cassie. So who else would like to know? If you'll tell me how tall you are and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. I just need to know, male or female, how tall, current weight, and I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. Yeah, Cassie, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'd love to be able to help you, but can't help you if you can't get the foods you need in order to make this work. Oh, that's okay. If you ever come to these States sometime, you could do it. But who else would like to? Ruth Price is on there, day trading lawyer. Hello. And how about Ron? Or what I've been offering to everybody is a free consultation. If you tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll show you and prove to you you can lose as much weight on this in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet. Men lose 2 to 4 inches off their waist in a week. I lost 8 inches off my waist in 14 days, 23 years ago. In 7 weeks, I lost 40 pounds. I've kept it off for 23 years. It's available to all of you. I just want to be able to help as many people as I can. So the lawyer's gone. People don't stay long enough even to find out what it is. And everybody needs to do this, not because they need to lose weight, because everybody's toxic. If you don't believe we are, then you're living on a different planet. The toxicity in our world now is something scary. We know, for example, that 1 cup of Starbucks coffee, you're getting about 25,000 microplastics in each cup of coffee. And I like Starbucks. Those are the realities of where we are in the world. So again, would anybody else like to know, if you'll tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight? Or I'll just explain this to you. It's not a diet, it's a detox invented by the top weight loss nutrition researchers in the world. For 40 years, they were paid to analyze diets. They never found a diet that worked. So they said there's got to be people in the world that aren't overweight. And they found other researchers who'd gone to Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand for 20 years. And they found people there. Nobody was overweight. And the secret to what they did was what they were eating. They simply had food with really high levels of nutrition that sadly we can't get in the rest of the world until now. So you're not going to go to your local grocery store and get a food like this. So what they did, they put together a food list where 30% of what you would buy or eat in a month from your grocery store out of what you spent. So take your total food budget, take 30%, that's all you're going to order from the grocery store. Got that? The other 70% of your money goes towards these foods that come from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, that the research is called the world's most perfect foods from a nutritional standpoint. And then they developed a new way of eating where 5 days a week, she had 4 meals a day. She started with the world's most perfect food for breakfast, lunch and dinner from the grocery store, and a 4th meal after dinner, the world's most perfect foods. 2 days a week, no food from a grocery store, only these world's most perfect foods. And this time she ate 8 times a day. She was eating every hour and a half or 2 hours. Diabetics on this, no one had insulin spikes. People who weighed 400 pounds weren't hungry. See, you've never ever in your life ever been hungry for a calorie, by the way, just to tell you. That's just the stupidest thing we ever did, was to come up with calorie counting. Calories in, calories out. It's just nonsense. There's no proof. I mean, even Harvard Medical School said stop counting calories. It's just the most ridiculous thing we've ever. A calorie is just a measurement in a laboratory. Your body doesn't know what they are. This is different. And the reason it works is you're able to satisfy your body, the functionality of your body. Because see, your body runs on nutrition. It doesn't run on calories. And if you can satisfy your body with enough nutrition, with less food, you're going to lose weight. That's how this works. So that's why 5 days a week, 4 meals a day. Start with the world's most perfect food, lunch and dinner, grocery, 4th meal, and 2 days a week, 8 times a day, only the world's most exotic foods. And it's a detox. I'd love for anybody to comment. Do you believe we're living in a toxic world? And if you do you believe you're toxic? If you don't, you're on the wrong podcast. I couldn't be more serious. So who else would like to know how much weight they can lose in 4 days? It would take you 6 weeks on a diet, and you're not on a diet, it's a detox. Who would like to know? Anybody? And I'll be happy to give you a free consultation if you tell me how. I mean, people, they don't even stay. It's just so sad. What are they going to do? What diet are you going to go on that's going to lose weight and keep it off? There isn't one. I mean, Johns Hopkins Medical School, my God, right here. Johns Hopkins Medical School study predicts obesity apocalypse in 4 years. 86% of Americans are going to be overweight or obese in 4 years. What are you all doing? What are you doing? It's just crazy. And yet this is the solution, for crying out loud. It's right in front of you. And it's not even a diet, it's a detox. So again, I'd love for anybody to tell me. If you want, I'll give you a free evaluation. We've helped 800,000 people in 23 years. We know. We had the data, were they male or female, how tall, their current weight, and we know how long it took them to lose weight. We're not making things up. We don't have to do that. Are you not interested in being able to lose as much weight in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet? No? You're not interested? It's okay. Doesn't change my life, but it sure could change your lives. Again, just put it in the chat. If not, here's the website you all can go to when we're done. The New Health Conversation. Here it is right here. Hold on, everybody. There it is, the New Health Conversation. You can see it right there in the chat. Hello, Renata. Again, anybody that would like to know, if you'll tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, I'll show you how fast. You're going to lose weight on this in 4 days. It would take you 6 weeks on any diet. And you just have to put it in the chat at the bottom, and I'll tell you right away. Take me about a minute to give you an assessment, not just that you're going to lose the weight in 4 days, but to get to your goal weight and then stay there. I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years. So who else would like to know? So again, would anybody like to know? Or I can just explain. It's a detox. Let me be very brief. This is based on food. 30% of the food you would eat comes from your grocery store, only 30%. The other 70% of the food you would eat on this comes from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, where these foods represent, they call them the world's most perfect foods because they have about 300 different nutrients. So 5 days a week, you're going to have 4 meals a day. You're going to start with the world's most perfect food for breakfast, lunch and dinner from the grocery store, and a 4th meal after dinner, the world's most perfect foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand. 2 days a week, no food from the grocery store, and only the world's most perfect foods. This time, she ate 8 times a day, and it's a detox. They proved through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis, after each of those 48 hours, this protocol was helping her body remove the chemicals we're all storing inside of us. Why do you think you're bloated? You didn't add fat to your body. That's a lie. You have the same number of fat cells at puberty you do when you die, and your fat cells expand or contract, give or take a few. That's it. Look at, you can see how much she shrank, but it's not just her. If you look at Julie, everybody, 35 pounds in 37 days. My God, look at her. Let me get out of the way. Look at her. Look at how much she shrank in 37 days with no exercise. You think any diet would do that? And it's not about body image. body dysphoria has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with it. So again, who else? Oh, Renata. Hey, all right, all right, all right. You know it's available in New Zealand. Did you know that, Renata? And it's about, let's see, let me guess. Isn't it like 9 o'clock in the morning your time, approximately? Am I close? Because we got a bunch of people. And part of these exotic foods, Renata, come from New Zealand. They come from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, and New Zealand, your hometown. Yeah, I know. Hello from New Zealand, a wonderful country. My son, when he graduated from high school, went on a youth hostel. He spent almost a month in New Zealand and still raves about it today. I heard it's a really, really beautiful country. You're very lucky to live there, you know. But Renata, how can I help you? If you want me to tell you, if you're, well, obviously you're female, but how tall you are and your current weight, and you can do it in kilos and centimeters. I can convert it. And I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. Or not. You don't have to, but most people want to know, and then they're pretty shocked, because I'm going to tell you right now, Renata, you can lose as much weight in 4 days on this as 6 weeks of any diet you've ever been on, and keep it off and maintain it for the rest of your life. So if you'd like to know, tell me. I must be scary or something, because people, I'm just going to help you. That's all I'm doing. I'm helping as many people as I can. We started the New Health Conversation 23 years ago, and we've helped 800,000 people in 23 years. 800,000, not 8,000, not 800, 800,000. So would anybody else like to know, if you'll tell me if you're male or female? Oh, we're at 19,000 likes. I'm staying around. Tap that screen. Let's get to 20,000. Come on, everybody. If you like the content, just tap on your screen. Send me a few hearts. I'm working very hard. I've now been on for 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's a pretty long podcast to do, but I'm enthused by the people and their exuberance, wanting to know more, wanting to know more. So again, would anybody like to know? Or people that are scrolling by, stop dieting. She saved lost 60 pounds in 90 days. This is based on food and a new way of eating. It's that simple. So again, who else would like to know? Excuse me. It's silence. Silence is deafening. So anybody else like to know? All right, I'm going to give it about another minute or two, and if no one wants to know, then I'm going to end this podcast and take a little break, get some water, and then maybe come back and do another 25 or 30 minutes. So again, anybody else like to know? Samantha, you sure you don't want to know? If you'll tell me if you're male or female, you've been hanging in there a long time. If you'll tell me how tall you are and your current weight, I'll blow your mind at how fast you can lose weight on this. No? It's okay, you don't have to. It's for your benefit, not mine. Okay, everybody, I'm going to end the podcast. I want to thank everybody who is here, who still was here, who was here, etc. And I hope that you will all go. Here's the website. I'm typing it one last time in the very bottom. The New Health Conversation. Oh, and I forgot to tell Renata from New Zealand that if you want to get a free coach, you got to put in your WhatsApp phone number if you're outside of the continental United States. All right, everybody, I'm going to end it now. Have a great night, evening, afternoon, or tomorrow, wherever you might be in the world.